Hello, good afternoon, everyone. How is it going, everybody? This is Eunice Tan coming live from Singapore. Right, so how's everyone doing? Just let me check my audio. Right, great. Now, if you can hear me loud and clear, type in the comments box loud and clear, and let us know where you are watching this from, right? Are you watching from Singapore, or are you watching from overseas? Are you working from home, or are you you still working in the office or at your workplace? Right, very good. Thank you. Right, we are very excited. Right, it's been a while. We are in the midst of preparing something that's very exciting. So we actually kind of have lesser Facebook sessions for the last week and this week. I feel that I really want to share what has been on my heart and what has been, people asking me what's going on and things like that. More business lessons and everything. So, this week I really have to squeeze out some time to do these Facebook sessions, and this material has been prepared for a long time now, and I really want to get it out. Right. So, my name is Eunice Tan. I'm the director and founder of JPS Consultancy. We are a boutique business consultancy firm where we help business owners to start and grow their businesses, and we help them in terms of in terms of helping them in terms of marketing or their back end services. Right. We also have all these Facebook sessions and to share regular business sessions like this, to share real and recurring problems faced by many business owners. And we share solutions that I have learned from others and my personal experience. And most important of all, these solutions, they work. It has been tested and proven, right? It's not just in theory. Now, because of limited time and attention span, I will usually share the main gist of the topic in sessions like this. So let's jump right into today's topic. And today's topic is very important. And just let me share my screen. That's right. Okay. To me, it's the utmost number one issue you must look at whether you just started your business or have been in business for a while. You need to constantly review on this matter, and that is on your target market. Who are you serving? Who are you selling to? It is so important, because if you don't know who you are selling to, then you are just running around like headless chicken, right? And many people make this mistake of they're not knowing who they want to sell to, and they don't tackle this number one issue right from the beginning. And this is a very dynamic topic as well, subject matter as well. So even though you set your target market in the past and it works, it might not work anymore, and you need to constantly review whether you want to shift your target market or whether your target market has a different priorities now, which we'll talk a little bit later on, and what are they doing, what are they, like life stage is now. Your target market is changing as well. So you need to move with them, and times change, environment change, your government policies change, a lot of things change. And even in the midst of our pandemic here, there are a lot of things have changed and forced us to take steps, to go digitalization, to go online, even though we may not be comfortable. So a lot of things have changed. Your target market will change and behave differently from the beginning as well. So you need to constantly review and come back to this subject matter and see whether you are still on track with your subject matter. Right. So let me get on my slide. Okay. Now, before we go on, right, there are three fundamental notes that you need to take off, or I call this the three foundation pillars that you need to take note of when it comes to identify your target market. Now, the very first thing is very important, right? If you are selling to everybody, you are selling to nobody, right? Let me emphasize that and repeat that. If you are selling to everybody, you are selling to nobody, right? A lot of people I talk to when clients come to me, they come to me and when I ask them, who are you selling to? And they say, everybody can buy my products or my services. In a way, it is true. I know some of you your product can be consumed and benefit a lot of people, but it's not true to say that you can sell to everybody. Because if you say you can sell to everybody, do you mean like a 6-month-old can buy your product, can use your product, can benefit from your product? A 19-year-old grandma can benefit from your product? Not true, right? So it's not everybody. And you really need to know who are your best client, your ideal client, right? If you are so dispersed and sell to everybody and you will just not talk, you are not talking to anybody and you will end up selling to nobody. This is what we mean. It will get clearer as we finish the session, and we do have some bonus point at the end of the session, so stay to the end, okay? Right. The second point, second pillar you need to take note of when it comes to your target market is who needs and value your products and services. Now, needs and values are actually two different things. Sometimes they overlap, sometimes they don't, right? Need but may not value. So some clients, right, some of the people, you may have identified a particular group of people as your ideal client. They do need it, yes, they do, but they may not value your products or your services to the extent of paying for it. So there are some people, they need the services, they need the product, they need the information, but they're not willing to pay for it, right? So you need to shift your marketing, or you need to shift your target market a little bit differently, right? And this is very prevalent in service industry because of the intangible nature, or sometimes it's a premium pricing because people may not be motivated enough to pay for the premium. So you need to take note of this. Separate who need your products or services and who value them enough to pay for it. Okay, right. Third point. Now, this is the third point, which brings me to the third point, right? Which is who is willing and able to pay for your product or services, right? Again, willingness and ability are two different things. Sometimes for some people, they are willing to pay for it, but they are not able to pay for it. Some people, they are able to pay, but they're not willing to pay. And there are 101 reasons and factors. We'll discover all these factors along the way, right? Business is a very big topic, it's an ongoing lesson. So just join us. Remember to like and share, subscribe and follow us. And if you're watching this, like and share this video and benefit somebody, right? We have endless of business topics to share about. Right, let's jump right into our 9 factors that I'm going to talk about. We have quite a fair bit to cover. Right, now 9 factors. And the first one I want to talk about is about the profile of your target market. And this profiling is so big, such a big topic that I actually divide into 2. The first one we want to talk about is in terms of quantitative, right? Things that you can sort of number down, or you can be more objective about it. And some examples would be like age, right? So some of you, when you want to choose your target market, you can go by age. And certain age, they have usually they have a certain commonalities of life stage or problems and needs, and so it's easier to look at them. Next example could be gender, right? Some of you, I know you want to just focus on men, on your woman, so it can be more focused in terms of the marketing. After all, men and women, yes, both gender can benefit from your products and services, but they do have slightly different needs and problems as well, right? Another example that you can look at is marital status, right? We have people who are single, people who are married, people who are divorced, they are widowed, separated, and they all have different kind of needs and problems and solutions and priorities, right? Next, you can look at is some people, they like to look at income, right? Because maybe you're selling a high ticket items and you need a certain level of income of people with a certain level of income that they can afford it, right? And so sometimes you might want to go for a mass market, which is you want to sell something that is of a slightly more affordable, and you want to look at those who are lower income and you want to cater to this group of people. We look at the mass market and the high-end market later on, right? But you might want to do the profiling in terms of their income, because if someone let's say is low income, it's going to be a bit of a pain for them to pay for something that is a high ticket item. The consideration process would probably be a bit longer, right? Okay, next, outcome specific. Right, so this could be, instead of all this that we have mentioned before, it could be a result oriented, right? It can be an outcome specific. For example, it's very common in the fitness industry, right? And earlier on, a while ago, with the COVID, we said work from home, people start putting on weight, and and people start to look search for losing weight and weight loss, and I found this particular problem that I was facing, that is a belly fat, and I googled it, I YouTubed it, and realized there are so many solutions out there, and it can be something as specific as belly fat. Right? Some of the videos, they just really zoom in on that problem instead of a generic weight loss. So it could be that as well, right? It can be also making extra 1,000. Can you see that it's actually quite specific, right? You are teaching people someone that you can teach them how to make extra income, the extra $1,000 per month. Now, the $1,000 can be attractive to some group, but not attractive to another group. So it can be, if you can put it in that sense, when you want to set your target market, because there are people who just, they are happy with making the extra $1,000. They don't want to give up whatever they have. They don't want to put in too much effort, but they don't mind just that extra $1,000. Hey, that's good money, right? It's $12,000 a year, right? So you can go by, when you come to profiling, you can go by outcome specific. By the way, before we go on to the next slide, profiling, right, when it comes to the target market, when we go through the 9 factors, you can start jotting down some of the factors that as we go through, you can start writing it down. It doesn't have to be perfect at this point of time. It doesn't have to be all right. You might go back and change later on as we go along. And also, just because we look at target market, one point to take note of, a lot of people are afraid to set that target market is because they are thinking they might exclude other people. That is not so. That is not true at all. So, for example, if you go by gender, when you target at women, right, it doesn't mean that sometimes the men cannot benefit. The men are not interested. They can come and look at it as well, and you are not exactly excluding them. So it's not that they cannot join, they cannot enjoy your product or services. No, they're not. It's just that when it comes to your marketing, we all have limited time, limited resources or budget, So we want to focus our marketing efforts into that particular group that will give us the highest return in terms of our efforts, right? So don't worry about exclusion or excluding other people, and other people will come to you. That is not true also. Right? I'll explain a bit more towards the end. So I just want to highlight that at this point, right? Let's move on to factor number 2. Again, we stick to your profiling, and this time we have a look at qualitative. Now, in terms of qualitative, earlier on we look at quantitative, right? Now we look at some of the qualitative factors profiling, right? So some of the example could be character. Now, when you want to target market, so when you have a certain product or services, you might be targeting at a particular kind of characteristics. So for example, you are selling something that is unique. So you are targeting at people who are looking for uniqueness, right? And this could be the outliers, early adopters, or there are people who just want to stand out from the rest. They don't want to go with the crowd. They don't want to have the herd instinct. They just want to be unique, right? And you can also have the other extreme. I'll talk a little bit about extreme ends, right? But you always have to get somewhere in between as well. Now, the other extreme, of course, is the herd mentality, so-called herd. They go with the crowd. They like to they feel safety in numbers. They like to go with a majority. So people like this, right? They will go with they look at the review. They ask friends. They refer us. Earlier on, the other group, the outliers, early adopters, they are okay with they are very quite a high risk taker. They will go and take up something without even looking at certain reviews. Yeah, okay, just do it. Yeah. But if you are looking at someone who is, if your target market is more of someone who are looking at safety in numbers, they are looking at social proof, then when it comes to your marketing, then it might be your marketing message, your copywriting will be a bit different because, you will have all your testimonies, all your reviews, how many 5 stars you have and all those things to give them the sense of security. Yes? Okay, so you also have people who are gutsy or play safe, it's all very different. And we also have, you can look at the personality, and if you have been watching my videos for a while, I'm a big fan of DISC. So if you are targeting at people who are with domineering people who are task-oriented and fast-paced, then you know your marketing message and the whole business strategy is very different from someone who is an S personality, which is a steady personality. They are the people-oriented and they are slower paced in that sense. So you can't go too fast, your video cannot be too fast. Whereas if you target at someone who is domineering, a high D person, your video cannot be too slow, right? Okay, so as you can see, so I'm a GI person, I'm domineering and influencer person. So, I tend to move things fast, talk fast and all. I have to remind myself to talk slower because there are a wide range of audience out there watching different times. There are different people watching this. So I need to remind myself to pace myself as well. Yes, right? So another one, profiling you need to really look at is culture, right? Everybody, when the culture that people grow up in is so different, and just a simple thing like food, right? In Singapore, right, our lunch culture is very different from our dinner culture as well. Over here, for our lunch culture, is more like it's a fast, efficient kind of thing because we have limited time. We have 1 hour, and you need to finish our food and back to our office and in time for our appointment or whatsoever. And everyone has lunchtime at the same time. So it's more of a eat to live kind of thing, just a survival kind of thing. So, if you're in the F&B, I've seen this time and again because my office is in the CBD area, right? Central Business District area. And there's this hawker that's so busy during lunchtime, and a lot of eateries, they find that the F&B entrepreneurs, they want to have a place in the CBD area where they see the lunch crowd, but but the food they serve, right, is actually takes a little while to cook. And lunch crowd, they are time sensitive, so they can't really wait for you to cook. And I see many of these eateries, they close shop. They close that business after 3 to 6 months. It's sad to see. So you need to know what is the culture that you're dealing with. Whereas there are some cultures in overseas, right? I know especially in the Europe side, right? More like Europe side, they have lunch for 2 hours, that kind of stuff. They can take their time, and it's a very different thing. So the culture, when it comes to it, is very, very important, and a lot of people overlook on this. I know of people who do in the seminar business, and they market all kinds of courses. And in the Asian countries, I know of one business owner, right? And he was sharing with me when he market courses in Asia countries, they tend to those money making courses, right? How to invest, how to start a business, how to make extra money are very popular in the Asian countries. Whereas in the European countries, right, they are more interested in the happiness, how to relax, how to de-stress, how to your mental wealth and your emotional wealth are more important to them, right? That's why Singaporeans are always envy of the European countries, like, oh, we want to migrate there, right? Because they have a slower pace and the emphasis is so much different from us. Right, so you need to know what is the culture of the target market that they are in as well. Right. Another example would be life stage. So you will want to look at the target market that you think you want to target to. What is the life stage? So sometimes you can also, when you choose your target market, you can go by the life stage. So sometimes people ask if you are, for example, you are thinking of starting a dating agency or dating apps, right? You want to go into that industry. Obviously, the life stage is the singles, right? And you need to look at it. I will mention a little bit about this singles, whether it's a good market or not a good market later on, right? And when the singles get married, when people get married, they go into a marriage status. So it's a very different thing. And when they have kids and parents with young kids, parents with adult kids, and retirement and all that, they are all at different life stage. And they can be the same person, but they can have different needs because they are at a different life stage. Yes? Okay, I think this is quite straightforward. And of course, the last one is in terms of priorities, because even though they can be at similar age in the 30s, for example, and they are married, and but sometimes their health have a issue, or they have an elderly parents issue, and so their priorities is very different as well. So you need to, if you are looking at target market, so you need to look at these priorities that of your target market. So if you are marketing at this group of people who are in their priority is health, for example, and you're selling, because for example you're selling health related products or services, and you need to go and look at people who have the priority is health, and you need to look at what health problems are they looking at, and what is their problems in that sense. Sometimes it's really maybe the problem that they have with their health is that they really have no time to go exercise or do very long tedious programs, that kind of stuff, to get on it, to get and to get themselves healthy. So you need to look at what is their priorities as well. Yes, right. Let's move on to number 3, your reach, REACH. Now this is another one that a lot of people neglected. Now, when we talk in a very simple terms, let's look at this, yeah. Now, are you looking at local market, or are you looking at beyond the local shores? Let's take a look at the local market first, right? So, is your product and services limited by geographical area? So, for example, if again, let's use F&B, right? I like to use F&B because it's very easy to visualize. So, if you have an eatery, you open a small cafe, right? And you serve, say, lunch, or a cafe, or tea break kind of thing. So you kind of limited to your local, so as to speak, at the moment, at least for your first outlet. And also looking at that, right? In the past, before this pandemic, before food delivery was so prominent, so common, the F&B outlets tend to be limited by the geographical location as well, as in the catchment area is usually within the 100 meter of where they are located. So so with that, right, that means your target market is within that area only, that distance. So from there, right, you need to see whether there's enough number of customers for yourself to serve your business, right, in that sense, right? And also then maybe later on you want to see how you want to, maybe it's not enough and you're looking at how you can go beyond the local shore. How can you have another second outlet? So for example, your first outlet is the east. Maybe you want to look at least 4 other outlets, maybe like you have one in the north, in the west, in the south, in the central area as well, so that we will have 5 outlets to serve the whole of Singapore or wherever your country is, right? And maybe that's for local, and you want to go beyond that. How do you go beyond that? And for food, how do you go beyond that? Can you really go beyond where you are located? Yes, of course. It has been done before by other people. I remember, right, and when I was studying in UK for my law degree, and overseas, one of the things that we miss is always our own home cooked food and all. So I remember when I was buying at the supermarket, buying some grocery, and I saw suddenly this food paste, right? It's in the form of paste. It's in a packet, they vacuum it and packet it, and so they can go overseas. And for people like me who cannot, who miss home cooked food so much that, they have to prepare it, and all I have to do is open up, and then whether it's microwave or simple cooking instructions, and then you go, bang, I can have a bowl of nice noodles from home. It's not the best, it's not even, sometimes it's not even close, but when you're overseas, anything is better than nothing. And that is so cool. And that was when I first saw it, right, I was like, wow, this is really, really good, right? So it is possible to go beyond the local shores. You just need to think creative, and you also need to think of a system, and you need to think of scalability, which we will have other videos to talk on this matter. Very, very important. That's how you can make the big buck later on. Yes, right? And next, number 4. Okay, so which market? And this may not be what you think it is, right? And I have separated into part A and B as well, right? What do I mean by which market? This is where I was telling you, are you looking at the mass market, or the middle market, or the high-end market? Now, when you do your target marketing, you must look at, there must be a match. Who are you targeting to? When your product and services, if it's meant to be a high-end item, high ticket item, you may want to look at the high end market. It doesn't mean that the mass market, the middle market cannot come over and buy your product and services like I mentioned. They will, right? But it's just a very different. What they are looking at from what I have seen, right? Mass market and middle market, the priority is usually functionality. They don't need any frivolous, yeah, extra things, they just need something that it can do the job. Whereas the high-end market, usually they go beyond the functionality. Not only they want it to be functionable, they also want the aesthetic usually, right? And they want the comfort and all that. So that's why the high-end market, you always have the, airline is such a common example. You have your first class, you have your business class, and so you have the luxury of that. And I remember watching one documentary on Dubai, right? And they were saying that Dubai or whatever luxury here is that whatever that is common here is actually luxury to many of the other countries. And it's true. It's really true. I don't know if you have saw this video and the police over there. I believe it's true. I think it's true. If anyone out there you think this is not true, let me know. Right? So the police in Dubai area, in the UAE area, they are driving Lamborghini and Ferrari, right, to chase the thieves, the bad guys. And when I watch it in detail, it's because the bad guys are driving Lamborghini and Ferrari, so they have to drive the fast cars to match them as well. Okay. So anyway, so this is what I mean. High-end market sometimes they look at beyond functionality and they look at other things as well. Whereas if you're looking at marketing to the mass and the middle market, your pricing, your packaging, your branding, everything will come into the picture. And they may not need something fanciful, but they just need something that is functionable, right? Okay, let's go to part B of the rich market. And this is very simple thing, and I've mentioned this again and again, is are you doing B2C or B2B? B2C means business to consumers. That means you're selling directly to individual end users. And B2B means you're selling to corporate, business to business. So you're selling to other business owners or other corporations. You're dealing with business entities rather than individual end users. What's the difference, right? Absolutely a lot of difference. Now, if you recall, usually when you do mass market and middle market, they tend to, okay, not necessarily, but they tend to be B2C market as well. So when you look at individuals, you are looking at very different, their priorities are very different. So they may be looking at their own individual, very specific circumstances as well, right? But if you're looking at B2B, right, you are dealing with employees, you are dealing with managers, directors. They are looking at a solution to their problems for the entity. So it's a very different thing. I know I know some businesses, they sell to both. So sometimes they start from B2C and then they also move into the B2B. And sometimes vice versa. The profiling are very different. So, for B2B, right, they tend to look at, how can it benefit my company? The people inside, the priorities is like, okay, usually it will be, again, it's a little bit more quantitative, the sense that they do tend to have a KPI to look at and all that, right? Even happiness, in a way, is a form of KPI, right? And so they look at solving a specific problem, like, you have HR solutions, for example, or you have you are in the interior design, so it will be very different from the priority and the factors to consider are very different from B2C, right? And so you need to take note of that. So even if, let me give you another example. I have a friend, I know an associate who actually promote popcorn, okay, and in a package, in a pre-packed form. So he does sell to individuals and all that, but at the same time, he also sells to B2B, and whereby he supply it to the pantry area. And it's very different because they are looking at sometimes they are looking at regular supplies, they are looking at convenience, you have to deliver to their offices, they need to look at, because it's supplied regularly, the flavors, you need to constantly change for them and things like that. And I know of another client of mine, she's supplying, similarly, she's doing what we call kueh, right? It's like pastry, right? And she has an outlet at the hawker centers, at cafes, and he supplies to other cafes to help her to sell. She supplies to other companies. She go on media for the media exposure, and it's two different things as well. Yes. Okay, so you can look at it, and it's very different, and you need to look at what are their priorities. Yes, and concerns. Now, number 6, level of appetite. Okay, what am I talking about? Notice I inverted commas the appetite, right? So, are they at the beginner stage, intermediate stage, or expert stage? Now, this is quite common in the training industry. So, let me use training industry as an example first. So for training industry, are you training someone who, whatever course you are teaching, right? So even business course like that, I have to be mindful. I'm talking to people sometimes who have not started a business. So you will see the very first few videos, it's talking about before you start a business. And those are the prerequisites, the foundation, right? And it's very specific to them. And I also have, I'm very mindful to those who have already started a business, or they are the intermediate of the expert area, and intermediate will be like the SMEs. Then expert will be the MNCs or the listed companies, and or they have we have clients coming from overseas. So there are 3 different levels, and there are 3 different needs, 3 different concerns, 3 different priorities, 3 different they have different problems to solve as well, and different budgets as well. So same thing. So although I use training as an example, it's the same. So even for food, you can also use this as a guideline. So when you're serving your food, you're selling your food, right? Marketing to people, are you selling to someone who something so different and a lot of people they come across something new from overseas and they want to bring to Singapore, for example. Now this food, right, is it something new to the Singaporeans, to those who are here? If they are new, then they are at the beginner stage. So what do, right? So the common method, of course, is to give sample, right? And even if not bring new food from overseas, sometimes some F&B, they will have new products, right? And people have not tasted before, so these people are considered at the beginner stage, right? So you give samples and for them to taste. It's a very common method used in the F&B. Now, intermediate will be people who have tried before, and they are okay with their products or their services, and they are looking at, okay, then their concern usually is why you, and not why that product, right? They already understand. Usually at this stage, they understand the benefits. They know roughly how much it costs, but what's their budget and all. So it's a matter of who to buy from, and then why you, right? So if you're targeting at this group of people who have already have some experience with your kind of product and services, you need, when you're marketing to them, it's more on why they should choose you, right? Okay, right? Then in terms of expert, right, these are people who know their products and services inside out, and they're looking for something special. They have very unique solution problems that they need people who are very expert in this area, in their products or services, to know that you can solve my problem. Don't talk to me about the basics. They will get very bored. They will switch off. You will lose their attention very quickly if you are marketing to this group of people, and you are marketing to the expert, you are targeting at the expert area, they already know inside out. Can you imagine, right, if you're doing F&B and you're selling to people who are like the food expert, like Jamie Oliver, Gordon Ramsay, our chef, our local chef Eric, and all that. So how are you going to market to them? You're not going to tell them the basic thing in that sense, right? So you're going to tell them something different, right? And that they may not be aware of, right? So you go very in depth in that sense, yeah, right? So you need to know at what level of appetite is your target market. The level of appetite is referring to your target market. Now, which brings me to the next point, market size, very important, right? Okay, right, market size. So we have talked about quite a few things now. We have talked about the profiling of it. We have talked about your reach, whether it's local or, going beyond or regional. You're talking about mass market or high-end market, B2C or B2B, and the level of appetite, beginner, intermediate, or expert level. And now it brings all these brings us to market size. Now, all these add up, right? Once you have, you narrow down all this profiling already, is the market size big enough for you to have a business? Sometimes we have a very unique skill. Some people, I know they have very unique skills. They have very unique products. But is the market size big enough for you to have a business? Now, also, if you go back to look at one of my videos, I talk about the outcomes that you have. It is linked to that. Now, if the outcome of your business that you want is to just make extra $1,000, and with all, if you have done the first 6 steps, right, and now the market size is only 10,000 people, right? For example, one of my friends who makes very unique cards, right? It's so personalized, right? It really warms your heart, and it's really a very good gift to give to somebody. But we were looking at it, how are you going to turn it into a business? And it's very time consuming. So firstly, it's very customized. So it may have to go on to, and it's also very time consuming. So we need to go price a bit higher, and which means we have to high market, and we need to maybe need to go on to the customization part. So with that, right, that we narrow down who will pay for $25 a card, right? When you can, you do an electronic card. Nowadays we WhatsApp an image, that kind of stuff. So what is it, right? So we look at it, and the market size we're looking at is not big enough. But if the market is not big enough, when I said not big enough, it's not big enough for us to scale up and to make a lot of money in that sense. But we reckon that if she just want to make extra $1,000 a month, it's more than enough. The market size is good enough. So you need to look at that, because when you are looking at just a second income or your supplement income, and you don't mind that portion, like I mentioned, right? It's an outcome specific, right? In my very first slide is you just want to earn that extra $1,000 a month. That's fine. Just then you can go ahead, right? It's when you are looking at $1 million business, but you can't do it because the market size is too small. Yeah, right. Number 8 is what's available now in the market. Right, you look at what's available in the market, who are providing the same products and services, and what's available, and which bring me, I need to talk about number 9 at the same time, is you find the gaps. Right, so most of the time by now, right, most of the things are not really new. So you need to see what is available in the market, what are people doing, what are the service providers that are doing at the moment, and there will be always some parts of it that are not, there's always a gap, and you can look at whether the gap is big enough for you to have to make a business out of it, right? Assuming you have done all the first 6, 7 steps, right? So you look at what's available in the market, and you find the gap. So you can hear finding the gaps. How do you find the gaps? So things like a common complaints from customers, and then it could be relating to the pricing, right? And it could also be looking at some particular group of people not being served. So when you hear complaints, right, don't just switch it off sometimes. Sometimes it's an opportunity as well to see where are the gaps that you can come in. So there may be a particular group of people not being served, and they are always making noise. They have to compromise to either, whether to lower the expectation, or they have to pay more to get something extra that they don't actually need. Right? It's like I always say, it's just like buying a jacket. Right? Because if you are just half size in the middle, you have to compromise to get a medium size, and then it's a bit high, but L size is too big for you. So maybe what about having that half size? And of course, you need to see whether that half size is a market size is there a big enough group of people for you to make a business out of it. Yes? Okay, very, very important, and that's how a lot of $1 million business turns from a small idea by finding the gaps. And one of the very common example now is actually Grab. Now, when Grab first started, it all started from a very, very simple idea. I have the privilege to meet the founder and have a chit chat with him and all. And it started from a very simple complaint in the sense that, when we wanted a cab, we have no cab, and when the cab drivers are available, they can't find any passenger, right? And he was just trying to solve this problem, and in that sense, because there was a mismatch, right? It's not that there's no taxis or there's no passengers. It's just that there was a mismatch, right? And you may not know, Grab actually started off just serving cabs and not the private hires. And it didn't really envisage that, it would turn out to be the way it is today. It just grew from there. So you can grow from there. So it's just starting from, but you need to start from somewhere. Yes? Okay. Right. So I have some bonus factors here. Okay. So thanks for staying at the end. I always like to share bonuses with people who spend time with me, and I don't take this lightly, and I just want to appreciate your time. And the bonus factor I want to share with you is the secret ingredients. Two, okay? One is testing, 1, 2, 3. Meaning, I'm not testing my mic, meaning you have to, once you have all the 9 in place, you need to test. Because sometimes it's not what you think it is. It's all theory until you put it into practice. You need to see whether what's market review, what's the feedback, and whether is it what you think it is. We cannot live in our own la la land and our own world and thinking that, oh, I think that is what they are thinking. No, turn it around, right? How many times have we said that, oh, the service provider, the government, what are they thinking, man? Because in the drawing board, in the office, right? In the drawing board, it looks good. Very often, everything starts from a good idea in the beginning, right? But when you roll out, that's when you know the truth, whether it works or it doesn't work. And the market will always give you the truth, the true feedback as well, right? And so, for example, right? Right, so it's very important to do this testing thing, and you need to refine from there and all, right? Second thing I want to share with you, the second secret ingredient is who do you want to serve, right? That is your personal preferred client. You yourself, who do you want to serve, right? So, for example, I like to work with people who knows what they want. They know the end result they want to achieve, the objective they want to have. For example, and even the objective, right? It doesn't always have to be quantitative. It can be qualitative, like fun, or I just feel like it. It's fine, right? But you have an objective kind of thing, right? It's just like when you have an archery, you need to have a target that you want to aim at. And another example I can share with you is like a GPS. You have to have a starting point and the ending point. The GPS always asks you your starting location and your destination, right? So you need to have both. And I like to work with people who know these two, and but the problem with them is that they're not sure how to get there, and they don't know what's their next step. This is where we come in, and sometimes we help our clients that, we are like the GPS. We help you to get from where you are to where you want to go. And I like to deal with people who have already dabbled in business, for example. And this is like, like when you hire someone, do you hire someone from fresh grad, or you hire someone with some working experience? Nothing wrong with either group, right? And each has its own pros and cons, and plus and minuses. Right. For me, sometimes I think it's easier for some people, it's easier to start from fresh grads. Yes, I do agree, totally agree, because they're like fresh white people, right? And you can share with them things, they will just take it as it is and all. And, it's easier to train them in that sense because they don't have a preconceived ideas. Whereas people who have some working experience, the good thing is that there are certain things you don't have to teach them. And these are the things that you cannot teach, skills and mindset, and, how detailed, how to go beyond that, what I have told you. And fresh grad tend to take literally what you say only, right? And this is where sometimes the frustration comes in, right? But also hiring someone with working experience, sometimes it can be a little bit frustrating in terms of they already have their own ideas how to do things, and they say things, oh, last time, in my X company, I don't do this. And, sometimes you're so frustrated, you say that, oh, well, this is your X company, this is now, right? Now, so why do I like to deal with my preferred clients or with someone who has already dabbled in business? Because they have already started, so they know what are the challenges they might face. Remember, I was telling you about the testing, 1, 2, 3. They have already tested the market, and they are already facing some challenges and all. So they are not in a dreamland, and they have realistic expectations, and they also those who are still in the market, they speak of their commitments and determination to continue. Because I share with you very frankly that business sometimes is not all rosy, and those who are already in business, right? Okay, so it's easier for me to talk to people who have already started business, or at least a devil in business one way or another. Now, some of you might like to do things step by step, and may have difficulty with people who are just result oriented. Right? Some of you are slower pace, and may have difficulty with people who like to complete things yesterday. Right? Some of you like to deal with corporate people who might want to plan, discuss, analyze. Some like to deal with hands-on, practical, action-packed people. The streetwise people. The street smart people, and don't talk too much. So like just get on and wait. They are the 90 cent, just do it kind of people. So you need to know who do you want to serve, and who do you prefer to serve, right? But in the beginning, I would suggest to people who have just started, build your portfolio first. Don't be too rushed into deciding who do you prefer. You have an idea, but you don't rush into it and set your mind, that's it, I don't want to serve other people, I'm just focused on this group of people. Because once you start the testing stage, you might realize that it's not what you think it is. Now, it's like finding a spouse, right? You may have a preconceived idea what kind you want, but along the way, you might discover that this person you're dating is not it's not what you want, who he or she turned out to be. And also you discover another type of man or woman that you never find them attractive. It's like finding another market group that you may not have paid attention to initially. Right. And along the way, you will discover something about yourself that you may not be aware of, and things change. So build your portfolio, gain as much experience as possible first. You start somewhere and you just keep reviewing and reviewing. Remember, review is talking about what works and what can be improved, right? And in business, it's just about reviewing and correction all the time. It's just a continuous process of improving. You do your homework, you form your theory, and you test it out. You review what works and what can be improved. Right? Okay, so that's all I have for today. I trust that you have learned at least one thing. So let me know what is the one thing that is blocking you from going further in your business journey, right? PM us, or you can put inside the chat box, or we will share with you our contact details later on. So what is the one thing that's blocking you from going further in your business journey? Is it relating to sales, marketing, or branding issue, right? Or is it relating to admin operations issue, like whether do it in-house or outsource the matter that's using up a lot of your time and energy? And or is it a people issue? For example, is it a partner? Whether to look for a partner or not, or is it a team members issue? How to train your team, how to build your team, how to how you have what kind of team members to have, and or you have another area of another concern, right? So usually it falls into one of these three major groups, whether it's either relating to your sales, marketing, and branding issue. A second group is your admin or operations issue, or third one is people issue. We always have a fourth one that is the others, right? To catch all, yes? Things you never know, right? Life sometimes throw you a curveball, right? So with that, I want to just so for us. So in a nutshell, right, these are the 9 factors. And in a nutshell, the 9 factors, and connect with us, like and share with us, and share with this video with others that that you think can benefit to you, and follow us so that you will be notified in our next video. And if you have a problem, a question for us in terms of your business, regardless of at which stage you are at, whether you're at the beginner, intermediate, or expert stage, let us know and see how we can help you to grow your business further. Right? So this is Eunice signing off, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye.